A lot to be learned from what's happening in Spain. Guys, welcome to the channel, The Modern Survivalist. We'll be looking into some of the recent floodings, in this case in Spain, Malaga. Here we have a perfect example as of what not to do. Guys, as always, if you want to be better prepared, you have the channel with a ton of information. I always also recommend my books, Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse, so as to acquire a lot of knowledge condensed over the years in these two books that you have in the links there below. You have to change the mindset. You have to start thinking in a different way. Has this happened before? Okay, this can happen again. It is flooding. We've got red alerts. Don't go out in the streets. What is that you do? Well, lady, you just get on your little coat and you start walking in the flooded waters, filming yourself with a phone. Don't do that. I mean, for crying out loud, Jesus Christ, have some common sense. Not only are you just walking here in something that could very much end up dragging you underwater, and there's another video I want to upload, follow that one as well as after this one. You just don't see. So if one of the things that happens when you have floods like this is that those, the Ninja Turtle lids, that are super heavy, those iron lids or cement, they just pop because of the force of the water. The water has tremendous amount of force and just pops those lids all over the sewer as if nothing. And once it's all covered in water, you don't even see what's underneath. It's impossible. You just step on it and you just go under. And good luck getting out of there in the muddy water once you're there. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. You see all of those lids? If they're broken and they popped out of there, you just don't see it and you just fall under inside the sewer and you're gone. You're a goner. Now, we've also had some of these events where, another thing, what is that you're told? Don't go outside. So you have evacuation orders, or you have orders of sheltering in place. Technical term, you shelter in place, you just don't go out. No, you don't. You don't go out walking like the old lady there. No. Why? Because you can get hit by something in the head. Could be a car door, could be a piece of plywood that weighs several pounds. It just crushes your skull as if nothing. The force of the wind is tremendous. It seems, just a little bit of debris. No, this flying around debris can just cut you in half. It has happened, no joke. It's the kind of thing that can happen with a piece of sheet metal by this freaking tornado in the water. This is what actually, one of these things is what tipped that sailboat, that mega yacht. Another thing that I don't understand. Why are you out in the streets when you have red alerts of floods?
Compañero, increíble cómo baja el agua. Toda la avenida Andalucía totalmente colapsada. Brutal.
And another thing, why is it that you have these things? Why is it politicians? Why is it that you didn't clean these? I get it that the alert was there. All of these people driving in the water like idiots, that's all on them. Maybe you should have people just stopping others from doing something that's dangerous and just close the streets. No, you're not crossing. Why? Because it's a river now. Sir, you cannot cross a river with your car. If you have a boat, it would be another story, but you have a car. And remove all of these things. If you have weather alerts, remove all of this stuff. Why? Because it's going to be blocking the sewers. It's going to be hitting people. It's going to be increasing the risk for everyone. Just take away those things days before it gets to this point. And then you have lots of businesses that were flooded. But then you have this, things that have happened in these places before. That's why you have this infrastructure. Now, obviously, not enough infrastructure was made to deal with the risks that they were facing. And if it's a flooded area in which there's really nothing you can do, well, don't build there. Make a freaking park for kids to play. Have nature. Don't make more buildings to sell for $500,000 and then have all of those places be, underwater. It's insane. But infrastructure makes a big difference. It's not cheap, it's not quick, but it does work.
Madre mía, ¿cómo está esto?
Flipas, de verdad, Increíble.
And you have Malaga is one of the oldest cities in the world. It's several thousand years old. No joke. It is a very old city. So lots of these things, you don't know how old they are. Maybe hundreds of years, maybe even more. Right? But guess what? The things that have been standing there for over 1,000 years, you can bet your ass are still standing. Now, what you built so as to sell to some sucker, that's maybe not as safe.
Y ahora está granizando.
¿Cómo usa, papá?
The train station.
Ahí fuera, mira.
The train station underwater.
Ya están flotando.
Now, some other buildings, there's the Corte Inglés, that's a big chain of retail stores. Well, these guys obviously knew what was coming, and they built it quite a bit higher. They were not just, and it's, you know, I don't know if it was high enough or not, but you definitely see that any architect with a little bit of common sense, higher. Yeah, we build this thing a lot higher because it could be 6-10 feet of water that we get, so we're not messing with it. And there you go, guys. A lot of things to be learned from these experiences, and a lot of, you learn from these things to be better prepared. The stuff that I talk about here on the channel all the time, and what I read about in my books, it's about having the right mindset for all these things. Fires, earthquakes, floods, political, economical upheaval, problems with society in general in a more global context, which we do address in the channel all the time. It is about awareness and preparedness. Getting ready for things, okay? Guys, see you on the next video. Take care.